So that portion of the grinding for the 13 pounds took about 4 minutes. And I went ahead and ground up the other 2 bags of meat, and it ended up being 35 pounds of ground meat. Basically a lug full. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator. And then the grinder needs to be cleaned. That's the last time we'll use this portion of it. So real quick, I'm going to show you. Actually, I'm going to step it back in there real quick. So this end comes off the locking ring. And you'll have a little meat stuck up in the corners. You can just pull that out, throw that in the trash. Then you have your cutting plate with your blade behind the cutting plate. I'll show you that. So here's our cutting plate. And typically a hose outside will get all that meat out of the little holes. And then we have our cutting blade. You can see there's a little gristle around that blade. That's a cutting blade. You can order these. They'll get dull over time and you'll stop having meat come through as well. And then the auger, that's what pushes the meat through the blade and the cutting plate. And this meat right here just comes right off. And this, with the auger tube right here, is all that needs to be washed. Pretty simple. So I'm going to clean that up and set up the mixer, attach it to the motor of the grinder, and we'll start the seasoning of the jerky. I'm going to split it up in half. So I have 35 pounds, so I'm going to do about 17, 18 pounds, 2 batches. That way I don't overload my mixer and my dehydrator, and I'll just do 2 different sessions on that. So I'm gonna clean up and get everything ready for the mixer, and I'm gonna talk more about the mixer details in the next segment.